Hello, and once again, I'm in a new location, and that will probably continue to be the case. But yeah, welcome to Hoops and Hot Takes podcast. Today, Ryan could not make it, so we have uh David. It feels
Uh,
very weird calling him David. I don't remember the last time I called him David. Anyways, today there was some big news. Uh, Bradley Beal signed a 2-year, $11 million contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. And with Dave Bong being a Clippers fan, would you like to say some things?
uh, so originally, when I looked at the signing, it was like, why would we have ever have done this? We could have kept Norman Powell, and he was putting up like 25 points per game before Kawhi came back. He was like on an all-star level pace. Uh, and if LeBron actually like told the officials about his injury, he probably would have made it in as a sub. So basically Norman Powell, he's kind of a stud, if you're being honest. So
Hmm.
I would have much rather had him stay in the backcourt than Bradley Beal, because you watch Bradley Beal play and it's like this brother's an old man. He probably needs to retire at this point. But then looking at the contract, 11 million for 2 years, I think like the thought process is to try to like clear up cap space. And to be fair, I think that's like okay. If we're trying to get LeBron or something, because I've been seeing those rumors on Twitter. I,
Why
it's
would
gonna
they do that? Why would they do that?
it,
No.
it will be happening.
Okay. Carson,
Um,
do you have any, or actually Dave Bong, you have anything else to say?
Bogey as a six man would be good.
I guess it would be. Uh, well, I just think that like I don't know, Clippers are doing all these things, they're signing all these old stars. So yeah, they have a lot of playoff experience, and there's a lot of guys on that team who need a ring. Like I feel like what Steve Ballmer's trying to do is like he's like assembling all these old stars and saying, "Hey, NBA, I have all these guys who need a ring. So please put it in your script that the Clippers win so you can give all these rings to all these people that need rings. Please make us the baby of your script." So, yeah, basically he's doing all this in an attempt to beg Adam Silver to script the Clippers as the 2026 NBA championship. And honestly, I don't think it's going to work because all these people, I feel like they've done or said something to offend the NBA in some sort of way,
But
especially Chris
uh,
Paul. Like, what did Chris Paul just do to deserve what David Stern did to him? So, yeah, I think these are people that the NBA has marked as uh, not championship winners. So I think, Steve Ballmer's efforts are going to be in vain.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
feel like I feel like that's the Mavs though, like the tampering that's going on. You see, they were like the betting favorites to land LeBron.
Hmm. Well, yeah, and I think their tampering is going to work. And I think Steve Ballmer's tampering is not going to work.
Just wait until he comes to the Clippers, bro. He's a future Clipper.
Okay.
LeBron's not going anywhere. Just get that out of the way. LeBron
Hmm.
is staying with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's gonna retire with the Lakers. With the
Wait, you
Clippers,
think he's you think he's going to retire with the Lakers?
I think he's gonna retire with the Lakers. Yeah, they just people like to
I
talk
think
about LeBron moving. He's not moving. He's not going anywhere.
I think he might like like those players that like sign a 1-day contract to retire with like their old team. I think
Hmm.
he might do that with Cleveland.
Maybe we'll see.
Do one day contracts exist in the
I don't know if
NBA?
that exists in
I don't
NBA.
think that's a thing.
Yeah,
They not?
but I mean, I think LeBron is retiring for the Lakers. I don't think that's a hot take. I think people just like to talk about LeBron. So they're running out of things to talk about LeBron. So they're just like, oh, he's going to the Mavericks. He's not going to the Mavericks. Uh,
I
Bro,
think he's
there's
a
no
future
way
Clipper.
1-day contracts. There's no way 1-day contracts don't
yeah,
exist. They
they could figure
exist in
something
like
out.
every other sport.
But actually, now that you
I'll
say
look
it,
it up.
There was this
Do
one like Utah Jazz. They signed like this one like Make-A-Wish kid who had leukemia. They signed him to like a few hour contract.
Exactly.
They
No,
played
they literally do this in every other sport.
yeah.
I'd break his ankles.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways,
You'd break whose ankles?
The kid with leukemia.
Okay. You
yeah,
sound very proud of that.
Yeah, because I don't really like kids.
Okay.
okay. Okay, David. Regarding the Clippers and their moves, especially the most recent move of signing Bradley Beal, you know, I feel all right with it. You know, it's like not a bad move. I think it's pretty good. I just don't think they're going to be the favorites, like pretty much no matter what they do. Um, did they upgrade? Sure, I think they did because basically they got rid of Norman Powell for Bradley Beal and John Collins. I don't really like the Bradley Beal fit all that much, but he's still a above average shooter. He still
Mhm.
scored last season pretty high efficiency. Um, so I mean it's not terrible. They definitely got better, but they're probably like the third best team in the West, second or third best team in the West. Um,
Second, well, you would put them above who? The Thunder or the Nuggets?
well, I mean
The
that
Nuggets.
depends on who you're talking to.
No,
I
I'm talking to you though. I'm
well,
talking to you,
well,
and you
I have the
mentioned
Nuggets as the
second.
I have the Nuggets as the best team in the West.
Oh
I think it's
my.
between
Okay.
Thunder and Clippers, but I think in a 7 game series with this current Clippers squad, they can give the Thunder a go. They might
Oh,
be able
this
to give.
guy.
We could give the Nuggets a go.
Yeah, you give the Nuggets a go as well. The Clippers team is pretty good. It's really deep, a lot of size, a lot of defenders, a lot of length on their wings, good shooters, and they have Harden, a great facilitator that runs their offense. So
Carson has like this
I think the
insane.
Clippers.
Carson has like this insane recency bias because he was playing with the Clippers on 2K yesterday.
Yeah,
I think the Clippers can make some noise in the West, and if they don't play like the Nuggets in the first round again, they might be able to go to the conference finals.
I
Or
think we played that series well. It was just the last game. Like if you watch that series, like the only really bad thing that I think the Clippers did was like, you know, holding into a lead, going into like the fourth, they
Mhm.
just stopped like playing. They just be holding onto the ball. I think that was the only thing that they did bad.
Hmm.
Mm.
It's at the last game the stars just didn't show up, bro. It was kind of.
I mean, and it's kind of Harden has a history of disappearing in game six and sevens in elimination games, but
I think the Clippers as a franchise also.
yeah, and Clippers as a franchise also like not great in the playoffs. But they're this is probably the best team they've ever had as a franchise. But they're in the
Was
West.
it a bubble year?
We'll see.
Wait. So actually, I want to ask Carson, as our resident James Harden stan, uh, do you
Yeah.
think he still has a chance to win a ring? Like,
Yeah.
would you say he's gonna win a ring?
Like if I were to bet on it, like yes or no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes or no?
Well, I think the odds favor him not winning a ring.
Uh-huh.
But you can say that about pretty much anyone, right? Like
Okay. What about like him
likely
showing
to
up in the
not
playoffs? Like,
not win a ring.
do you think like he's ever gonna like change this narrative? Like, do you think he's gonna have one last run where where he shows up in like a game seven? Do you think I guess the question is, do you think he'll ever show up in a game seven?
Um, I mean, I kind of have to look back at some of the previous game six and sevens he's played, but I do remember many crucial games where he fell short and had a legitimate chance of winning. Um,
Like the game where like people talk about, Jason Tatum not showing up to the playoffs. I vividly remember game seven of the Sixers versus the Celtics,
yeah,
where Jason Tatum dropped 51, and what did Harden have? Like 12?
Harden and Embiid like combined for like less than 30 or something. It was a horrendous performance. Um, yeah, so Harden was bad in game seven against the Sixers. He was bad game seven against the Bucks when he was on the Nets. To be fair, he had a hamstring injury. Um, he wasn't good. And
Hamstring. Yeah, Harden had 9 points.
game six or 2018 game seven, he was over 10 in 2018 game seven, which is probably his best shot at winning an NBA
Yeah.
championship. So,
No.
like he has a history of not doing well. But do I think he can have
Yeah. That game seven against the Celtics,
Yeah.
That game 7 against the Celtics had 9 points.
Yeah, he had 9 points. Yeah. So, do I think it's
Tyrese
gonna have a
Maxey
miracle
had
game?
double his points.
Hey,
It's
Tyrese Maxey's a good player though.
Not in 2022, he
No, no,
wasn't.
no. Back then he was still like we saw him as like pretty
No. You know who the leading scorer was that game?
Georges Niang.
No, it was Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris is good.
But he shouldn't be your leading scorer when you have Maxey, Embiid, and Harden. And he didn't even score that much. He scored 19.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of got destroyed that game as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Tatum and Brown combined for 76 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
The Clippers, they're really old though, so they'll be good for like the
They
next.
are really old.
But after that, we don't know. So
We'll just rely on Steve Ballmer's money. It doesn't matter what the timeline is. He'll just sign great players.
Yep. The way that the Clippers always have.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't
before
forget.
our old.
Australian legend Johnny Furphy has more points in the conference finals or in the NBA finals than the Clippers team.
Okay.
Jason Tatum by himself has more points in the conference finals than the entire Clippers franchise.
We had 40 years. We had 40 years of like having a horrible owner. What was his name? Donald Sterling or something.
Yeah,
What's his name?
but you're getting outscored by Jason Tatum, who's only 19 years old.
Bro.
A 19-year-old has more points in the conference finals than your franchise. Like, how does that make you feel?
Is that a real statistic?
Yeah, Jason Tatum
Yeah.
has more conference finals points than the Clippers franchise.
As a 19-year-old?
No, well, yeah, he's only 19 right now.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, do you not know Jason Tatum's only 19?
Why are you trolling me right now?
No,
He's like
Jason
27.
Tatum. No, Jason Tatum is only 19 years old.
Okay, man.
No, but the thing is, you know what's crazy? When he was 19, he also had more points in the conference finals than the Clippers.
That's not true.
Yes, because when he was
At the time it was, but now it is.
yeah, at the time it was. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like I'm saying, in his rookie season, when he made it to the conference finals, he had more points than the Clippers because the Clippers hadn't made it yet.
That's so messed up, bro. I don't know. We just have like we have like a history of being horrible, I guess, and
Like,
that's only changed like post Lob City. I don't even know how Sterling put together a team like that with like Chris Paul. I guess it was just a veto, no?
no, because his GM was Jerry West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but also that team just, I mean, they were kind of fun to watch, but they weren't actually that good.
Yeah, they weren't that good.
Bro, we were like
Yeah, you made it to the second round one time. Oh my goodness.
okay. That was because Chris Paul was injured, bro.
No, like you remember like this run, like the Pacers, they talk about down 7 with under a minute left. Like only so and so teams, and all of them were like the Pacers except one team. And that one team was the Clippers who blew the lead. The Clippers had
Bro,
I think they were up 7 with like 30 or 40 something seconds left against the Thunder, and the Thunder came back and won.
I'm not even surprised that that's a statistic. Like, it's just how the team is.
Yeah. Only two powers can bring you back from that kind of deficit. The Clippers curse and Tyrese Halliburton.
Bro, Tyrese Halliburton actually, like, in the playoffs has to be, like, doing some fucking dark magic, bro.
No, I'm just telling you, Tyrese Halliburton is just as powerful as the Clippers curse, which is kind
Is
of
he
crazy.
sacrificing goats in there? What's
I
happening?
don't know. I don't know. It was like Anthony Richardson's shoulder and Caitlin Clark's hamstring.
Okay, I think
All
we
right,
can move on to
let's move into the main segment of the video,
our main segment.
which
Continuing
we will
our
be. Mhm.
we're continuing our all-time series with the top 10 point guards of all time. So let's move to the slideshow. top 10 point guards of all time. To begin, each of us ranked our individual top 15 point guards of all time. Then we took the average and created this like overall top 10 all time. To begin, we have some honorable mentions. These four just missed the list. Tony Parker and Damian Lillard were tied at 13. So they're both here. Usually we only have 3 honorable mentions. Anyone wants to start?
Yeah, I don't see any of them being in the top 10 realistically. I feel like Tony Parker being like never the best player on his team, being like overshadowed by Tim Duncan and Gary Payton, like his playoffs record as well. Only he made the like finals one time.
No, he made the finals 3 times.
Yeah,
What?
3 times.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
the Sonics.
Once with the Sonics, once with the Lakers, and then
Okay,
he
but
won with the Heat.
This only like the Sonics ones. Only the Sonics one matters though, because by then he was like old.
I mean, he was still a starter for both
Yeah,
finals
he was the
Lakers.
no. I'm pretty sure he was the backup on the Heat.
Oh, did Jason Williams start over him?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But by then he was pretty old though, and like I feel like Damian Lillard and Westbrook both just don't have like the playoffs record to justify being in the top 10. I mean, Westbrook, I ranked him top 8, but I feel like a lot of that is based on like just the triple doubles, and I feel like if you value playoffs, then like it's realistic to not put him in the top 10.
hmm I think I would agree with that.
Yeah, we each had a Dame around. So Josh had him at 14. David and I had him at 13. So pretty consensus, like just right outside of the top 10. Tony Parker, I had him at 15. David had him at 14, and Josh had him at 11. Gary Payton, another one that was pretty close across the board. Josh 12, me 12, David 11. And then for Westbrook, Josh had him at 13, I had him at 11, and David had him at 8. So, Russell Westbrook wasn't David's top 10, but, unfortunately, we just thought there were 10 better point guards all time.
hmm
Yeah, and he had a very
We did
dominant
think
prime,
that.
but he's also had so many lows in his career that just unfortunately kind of taint his legacy.
I think what really made me put him in the top 10 is like remembering his Wizards run, because like he was putting up 20, 15, and 15 on so many days,
Yeah.
and I think it was just a nostalgia, bro. Because I feel like back then as a kid, it was just really enjoyable to watch that period of Russ.
Nostalgia is very real, but nostalgia also lies to you.
Yeah.
Nostalgia tells you LeBron is the greatest player of all time. And it just
That is
isn't
not
true.
nostalgia. I used to be a LeBron hater.
Okay.
Okay. Well, do you guys have anything else to say regarding the honorable mentions? If not, we can move to number 10.
But let's move to number 10.
All right. At number 10. Oh, it's kind of lagging. All right, number 10, Bob Cousy.
What? Wait, what? No. Stop it.
Yeah.
How did Bob Cousy? I had Bob Cousy at 3. Okay.
David, what do you have him at?
I don't have him.
Oh,
You
David.
don't have him? Wait, did you forget, or did you just
No,
or you just don't think he's top 15?
I don't think he's top 15.
That's actually crazy. How is he not top 15? Look at what he has 13 All-Stars. He has 8
Those are
assist
Mickey
champions.
Mouse. Those are Mickey Mouse accolades, bro.
How are they Mickey Mouse?
This was like in the 50s.
No, this was the 60s and 70s.
Like that matters.
I feel like 50s and
It does
60s,
matter.
like a year in the 70s.
Where'd you have him, Carson?
I had him at 9.
That's
Stop,
crazy.
Stop it. No. Where do you guys have Jerry West? Where do you guys have Jerry West?
You'll see later.
No,
Yeah.
this matters. How can you justify putting Jerry West up so high when you have Bob Cousy down so low?
Jerry
They
West
played in the same
like
time
10
period.
years after Bob Cousy.
No, they played at the same time. They
They
overlapped
had some
for like
overlap.
8
They
years.
had some overlap.
Like
Of course,
8
there's
years.
some overlap.
Like 10 years before him.
No, their overlap was like 8 years.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And Cousy started playing like 10 years before, you know? Um, like literally 50s. Who else played in the 50s? Like George Mikan, you know? Like the Cousy,
No, George Mikan was from the 30s and 40s.
yeah, Mikan played like 40s and 50s, I think. So, I mean,
Dude, what
just
are
like,
you talking about? They barely overlapped.
That's so cap. Stop it.
no,
It
Jerry
was
West
like
played
2 years
50s.
of overlap,
Yeah,
except the
they did
Cincinnati
not
one.
overlap that much. Also, Jerry West was just a far more impressive player. You look at his numbers, you look at his just like his games, you know, his big moments. You can recall some. With Bob Cousy, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's so long ago. I can't really recall anything about him. Yes, he won 6 NBA championships. Um, I mean,
He also won an MVP,
those
which
were
Jerry
for a
West
while
never
ago also.
did.
It's Mickey Mouse, man.
Yeah, just and his stats just don't, pop out at you. They just aren't that impressive. But because he's such a big name from a long time ago, you kind of just have to respect him, which is why I put him at 9. But I can't put him any higher than that.
He's the third greatest point guard of all time.
And you had him at
He
3.
I had him at 3 because all he does is win. He was an all-star every single year of his career. He was all NBA for every single year of his career except his rookie year. He has an MVP. He has 6 titles. Like this dude does is he wins. And that's like literally the point of playing basketball.
Do you see that field goal percentage?
Do you see that field? Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. And
37%
do
for
you
a
have you
three.
watched I don't know if you guys have ever watched 50s basketball. Because I
Why
have.
would I be, why would
Literally,
I be
no,
watching?
no,
Why are you
no.
watching 50s
In the
basketball?
50s, offensive fouls are called more than defensive fouls. Okay? You run into the paint, it's more likely you're walking out with an offensive foul
I mean,
than
that's
you
a
are
turnover.
get
That's not a missed field goal.
Yeah.
no, no. What I'm saying is people are driving to the bucket less. You're getting less layups. If you're only taking jump shots, of course your field goal percentage is gonna be lower.
37%. That's egregious.
Yeah, I don't know. Just Bob Cousy, he just can't be that high up, you know. I'm just sorry. Yeah, I mean, I had him at 9. I think he's around, like 10 right now. That's about right.
No, you look at his career free throw percentage is 80. The man can shoot. He can shoot free
80%
throws.
is not that
Why
impressive
why
for
is
a
that
guard.
a
For a
part of
guard.
That's the same as Jerry West.
Yeah, and Jerry West
okay,
was
just
also
because he shoots
scoring
free
30.
throws like at the same clip doesn't mean he's better.
No, we're talking about field goal percentage right now. No,
Yeah.
like this is actually just like you guys don't know about Bob Cousy. You guys
Yeah,
don't know about Bob Cousy.
I don't.
This is
I
just
don't
you
fuck Bob
glazing.
No,
Cousy.
you guys actually just need to watch some like 50s tape.
Why are you
You
watching
call
50s?
you call yourself ball knowers and never watched a single game
Why
of
are you
50s
watching
tape.
50s tape?
Because I'm a ball knower.
That
I
doesn't
enjoy
matter, bro.
basketball. I enjoy the
You
history of the
enjoy 50s,
NBA.
but at that point it isn't even basketball. He, he's going around dribbling like this in his wall with
The
right hand.
only the only people that watch Bob Cousy while he played right now are either dead or they're like brain dead, you know? Like it's just nobody remembers him at this point. He's just a name.
You can't say that, bro.
No, they literally called him Houdini of the hardwood.
Dude, nobody cares. You put Kyrie back then, they're calling him a witch.
That's
No,
true.
you can't do that. You can't
That's true.
compare.
Bob Cousy's rookie year was the year that they allowed black people into the NBA.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. All right. I think this is like insanely disrespectful to one of the greatest players of all time. But
Greatest players of all time.
I don't even feel
yeah,
like you
he's like
think
a
that he's
top
top
50.
three.
He's like a top 50
I
player
feel
of all
like you don't
time.
even like in your heart you know that he's not top three.
Yeah,
But you
in
just
your,
wanna
you know
confirm it.
he's not top 3. I don't
Yes,
know
he is.
what made
No,
you
In your
believe.
heart you
I literally,
know.
I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, I think he's the third greatest
You
point guard
do
of all
not mean
time.
that. You do not
I
mean
do
that.
mean that.
You
No, he has 6 titles. Nobody else has 6 titles.
44% true shooting.
Man, I don't know, man. Also, like, I mean, I haven't watched a 50s basketball game. You said you have. there's no way you watched it and you're impressed, you know? And I
No,
understand
I'm not
back
impressed,
then.
but Bob
I
Cousy is
understand it's
clearly the
different.
best player. And this is not about being the best player. This is about greatness. And
Yeah,
in terms of greatness, Bob Cousy has everything you need for a resume of greatness.
but being good at basketball is part of greatness. Like, yeah, it's not just like who's the
Yeah,
best.
it is part of greatness. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
And he's not good.
I'm telling you right now, okay? I think this is something that sets me apart from other people that analyze
I
this,
think
okay?
you're
Is that
beating
I
Bob
think
Cousy in a one-on-one basketball game.
I don't think so. I don't think you guys know how bad I am at basketball.
Yeah.
No, I know how
I
bad
think
you
the
are at basketball.
50s, I think I think the 50s are a stronger era. Okay, first of all, okay, you know what? We're gonna ignore that. The 50s are a stronger era of basketball than the 70s.
Can we move on? Can we
Yeah, we're
just
moving on.
No,
We're moving on.
that's not even a
we're
bad
moving on?
take.
We're
That's literally
moving
not
on.
even a bad
We're
take.
moving
In
on.
the 70s, the NBA was sharing talent with the ABA.
And they were also significantly better players. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the
Number
70s is the
9,
weakest era.
Jason Kidd.
Yes, sir.
So let's each share where we had him.
I think I had Jason Kidd pretty high.
I had him at 9.
I think I had him higher than that.
Oh,
I had him at
Josh had
eight.
him at 8. Yeah. So Joshua had him at 8, David had him at 9, and I had him at, what did I have him at? I had him at 10. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think that's about right. I
Yeah.
think I think 10's a little bit disrespectful, but it's like it's
I don't
okay.
think like one place makes a big
No,
difference.
it's like two places.
Okay,
And
but that's like
I'm looking at the people below him, and I feel like putting him below some of those people is pretty disrespectful. Like I'm looking at some of the people that might be below him. But yeah, I think like he's just really good. I obviously like 12 points overall is not the best, but if you look at like his prime,
Mhm.
he was like perennial MVP.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, not perennial MVP, perennial MVP
He's up there.
candidate.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised I had Jason Kidd lower than both of you. I'm a big
Hmm.
Jason Kidd fan. I think he's severely underrated. He went into the league with basically no shooting, absolute like non-factor from the perimeter, kind of like a Ben Simmons. And then throughout his career, he developed into one of the best three-point shooters. I think he's like top 5 all time at 3 points made. I mean, he also played a long career, give him that. But like on that Mavs squad in 2011, where he finally won his championship. I mean, he was a 3D player. So for someone who went from like orchestrating the offense in like a traditional point guard kind of way to becoming a 3 and D role player,
Well, he wasn't a 3 and D role player. He averaged 8 assists that year.
as in 2011.
Yeah, in 2011, he averaged 8.2 assists.
All right, so yeah, he was still facilitating at a high level while also being like a 3 and D kind of player. So yeah, Jason Kidd has my respect. One of the greatest defenders at the guard position as well. He could do everything. He could rebound really well. Um, one of the best passers of all time. Yeah, he just wasn't the best scorer. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Honestly,
I feel like
people like comparing Tyrese Halliburton to Steve Nash. And obviously, I think play style probably right, but in terms of like production, I think he and Jason Kidd are probably more similar. In
no,
terms of production, like stat sheet production, I'm not talking about play style.
no,
I'm
Steve,
talking about the result you're getting on the stat sheet,
no,
except for the steals.
Steve Nash is definitely a better comparison.
No, I disagree.
They're
yeah,
not that good of a defender. You know, really hyper efficient shooters, scorers.
Thing is, Tyrese Halliburton's efficiency is pretty overrated.
Yeah, I think at this point maybe a little bit, but yeah, I think definitely Steve Nash is the better comparison than Jason Kidd.
they have sportsmanship awards shown.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised by that as well.
Number one sportsman. I feel like people talk about Mavericks Jason Kidd like he was some bum, but like I'm going over his playoff stats and his playoff minutes. He was playing like what in 2010-11, 37 minutes per game in the
Yeah.
finals.
Mhm. Yeah, that 2011 squad is really underrated. People talk
Yeah,
about like it was just Dirk and a bunch of scrubs. A lot of really good players. They're all pretty old, but you know, kind of like the Clippers, honestly. Like if they can have like a 2011 type of run, pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
I did not know that he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. Was not aware of that.
Yeah, he was with the Mavericks for a while. He moved around a lot. Yeah,
Well, not a lot, but yeah, he did move around.
yeah.
All right, nine's okay, but
At number 8, Steve Nash. And there's always a debate. People always debate who's better, Nash or Kidd. I think most people lean Nash, and at the end of the day, we also chose Nash over Kidd.
Yeah.
I had Nash at 10.
I'm really moved by two-time MVP.
So David, where do you have him?
Adam 7.
Yeah, I had him at 8.
No, see, this is like the thing. Like Carson has so many people that he glazes and that are his guys, but like when like pencil comes to paper, he does not stand up for him the way that like actual fans do for their guys.
No, I do. I'm just also I like to I appreciate the truth. I like to remain objective.
He does
Steve
not remain
Nash,
objective.
Steve Nash, I love Steve Nash. He and I both went to Santa Clara. I mean, I'm still attending Santa Clara University, but he's like probably the biggest name that came out of Santa Clara, like the school ever. It's either him or like Gavin Newsom, and I'm taking Steve Nash over Gavin Newsom any day. So yeah,
Yeah, thank you for sharing about Gavin Newsom and Steve Nash. Uh, I don't know. I just don't think that it's like I think it's very clear. There's a metric to tell very clearly who the better player is, and that's both of them played with Dirk in the Mavs, and one of them won a ring, and one of them did not win a ring. So, as impressive as two MVPs are, there's a reason why Nash's second MVP is considered one of the most fraudulent ever.
I think your screen share is a bit messed up. Oh wait, yeah, it's fine now.
okay, yeah. Wait, so you had Kid above Nash?
Yes, I had Kidd at 8 and Nash at 10.
Okay, yeah, I had
And also
Nash
he's
at
Canadian.
8 and
So,
Kid at
there's like the international tax. We have to move him a few spots down because he's not American.
10. International.
Right.
Oh, Steve Nash. I mean, his prime, one of the best offensive primes ever, and he was also had a pretty good longevity. He made every team he played with better instantly. The Suns were like, well, I think like 15 and 57 before he joined, and then he joined and they were like 62 and 20. I could be wrong. I'm like saying these off the top of my head, but like he immediately changed them. The offense was completely ran by him, and they were easily the best offense, one of the best offenses of all time. Um, yeah, Steve Nash is so efficient. I think he's one of the few guys that have multiple 50, 40, 90 appearances. I mean, look at his career stats. That's like basically 50, 40, 90 for his career. And if he actually played in like the 2010s, 2020 era, right? Like after Steph Curry and all that, like he would like be in the conversation as like a top 5 point guard, I think. Um, just because of how, because he wasn't a bad scorer. I think people look at his like numbers and be like, oh yeah, he wasn't a good scorer. No, he was a really good scorer. And in big games where he did need to score, he would give you 40, right? Yeah, but he just chose not to shoot all that much. Was definitely a pass first facilitator. And yeah, he just wasn't a good defender. That's like the one like kind of you know one kind of knock on his career.
Yeah.
And even in the playoffs, like he fell short, right? But it wasn't like he was choking. He just like was kind of unlucky at times. He was really unlucky at many times. And he also happened to play Kobe, prime Kobe Bryant a lot, and Kobe was just better. So yeah,
Yeah, I feel like there isn't much to add on.
yeah. Okay, number 7, John Stockton.
I feel like that's a good spot for him.
Where did you have him?
Adam 10.
I
I
had him at 5.
I had him at 6. I think John Stockton's kind of just carried by his stats.
Yeah,
But like
I'm
stats
not
are
really a
important too.
Stockton appreciator.
Stats are important too.
Yeah, but his is more like cumulative.
I mean you can say
No,
that.
he also no, he has like he has like the top 3 assists in a single season. Like he has the most assists in one season. And I believe he also has the second and third most assists in one season. Like
Yeah,
Not really.
it's not really cumulative.
it's not just cumulative. Like, yeah, he's had a long career, but I mean, he also is
No,
one of
his
two
career was
players.
not that long.
No, he played for like 19, 20 years, and he was a pretty
He
good.
Yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that right there on the screen? 1,504 games.
Yeah.
He played a long time, but he was also durable. That's one of the best things about him. Like, I think at age 40, he was still starting 82 games. Um, yeah. John Stockton
Yeah.
is one of
You're
two
right.
players of all time to have career averages of double digits assists. It's him and Magic Johnson. So it's not like he was just decent for a long time. No, he was really, really good for a pretty
Hmm.
good, pretty long time. I think he was also like he won, was it 8 or 9 straight assist titles, as well as averaging 2.2 steals for his career. So yeah, I think his stats are definitely inflated. He isn't as good as his stats are. Like some players you look at and you're like, oh yeah, he wasn't actually as good as his stats were. And others, you're like, oh, he was better than his stats showed. Kind of like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd were the latter form, and Stockton is more of the former. But I mean, just if you look at his stats alone, like even if they were kind of overrated, he's just so much above everyone else. He has such a substantial lead in the assist and steals all time leaderboards that like you just kind of have to respect him. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, not to mention, Stockton was really clutch. He hit a number of big shots in the playoffs throughout his career. Um,
still didn't win a finals.
yeah, he didn't win the finals. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Which it's not really his fault though,
Yeah,
Like
it's not.
you don't really fault anyone for like losing to Jordan's Bulls.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
kind of just like the best team ever, or second best team ever.
Hmm.
You think the Warriors are better?
I would say so, yeah.
You know who they lost to?
Uh, Kawhi and the Raptors.
Okay.
What was that question? Okay.
What was that question?
LeBron!
The one that LeBron beat was not the greatest team of all time. They did not have Kevin Durant. The one
73-9.
so they didn't have Kevin Durant. 73-19 was not that good. Or no, it was good, but it's not like a top 5 team. I wouldn't put it as a top 5 team.
I don't have much to say to that. You win 73 games.
We will have a top 10 teams of all time episode coming up soon. Yeah, just throwing that out there.
2018 Cavaliers.
Who got swept in the finals? Yeah, I don't think so.
2018 Cavaliers. If you know, you know.
Yeah, you're not getting invited back for that episode.
Yeah. Yeah, but John Stockton was also super efficient. You see 52% field goal percentage for his career. So yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
definitely.
it shows he has a season with 57% field goal percentage. I'm quite moved by that.
Yeah, why did you have at 10 then? Because Josh and I had him at 5 and 6.
I just feel like making the
No,
finals
he's actually
out
just
of
a
the
hater.
Eastern
He's
Conference.
actually just a hater. Like this is actually like biggest sign of a hater ever.
I mean, MJ, like, he played against weak competition, man.
We'll get to that in a future episode. All right. Number 6,
No,
Isiah
I
Thomas.
actually no, I actually still can't believe you guys said Bob Cousy is so low. Bob Cousy disrespect's actually crazy. He has a I'm not even joking. He has a cleaner skyhook than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Can we move on to Isiah Thomas? I'm not talking about Bob Cousy,
No,
bro.
I'm not even
I'm
kidding.
not
He
talking
has a
about Bob
cleaner.
Cousy in the
No,
big
have you? No.
2025.
After this episode, both of you guys need to go like watch some Bob Cousy
I'm
highlights.
not watching 50s basketball. It's
No,
gonna be white people dribbling the ball like
he
this.
has a cleaner skyhook
He's never used his left hand to dribble the ball in his life.
than Kareem. Anybody that's watching this show, watch some Bob Cousy. Oh, they lagged out.
Um,
Oh wait,
yeah,
maybe I lagged out.
Yeah, I
I
think you
think it was
lagged out
you.
for a bit.
I
Yeah,
think it
okay.
was you. Um, where did all have?
Zoom doesn't want the world knowing about Bob Cousy.
Where did y'all have Isiah Thomas, guys?
I had him at 9.
Adam at 7.
That's crazy. He's a top three
How is that
point guard of
crazy?
all time, bro.
What?
Dude, if we look at the time that he played, he beat the Chicago Bulls, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Boston Celtics, the
Yeah.
three best teams of the time at the time.
Yeah, so that team is really good, but that team also had
And
like
it was
Dennis
led by
Rodman,
Isiah
had Bill
Thomas.
Laimbeer, had Joe Dumars. That team was really good.
Yeah.
It was not really because of Isiah Thomas.
No,
Bro,
Isaiah was definitely the best player on that team.
he,
But yeah,
he was
like,
the best player on the team.
well,
Was he
he was the
really?
best player on
Are
the
we
team.
sure he was better than? Are we sure he was better than? Why am I blanking on his name now?
You don't even know his name.
No, I
Oh,
do know his name. I
You don't
literally
even know
just
who the
said
guy
it.
is.
I
no,
literally
Joe
just said his
You're
Dumars
name.
just
won a
rating
Finals
him.
MVP over Isaiah
Oh my
Thomas.
goodness.
Joe Dumars won a Finals MVP over Isaiah Thomas, and it wasn't like an Andre Iguodala, Jalen Brown kind of Finals MVP. Joe Dumars averaged 26 points per game in that Finals as the best defender as well. Not the best
No,
defender, second
I
best.
actually just had an aneurysm. I forgot Dennis Rodman's name.
Yeah, Dennis
I'm not
Rodman.
sure. Are you sure Isaiah Thomas is better than Dennis Rodman?
Yes.
No, Isaiah was definitely the leader of that team. But
Yeah,
Dennis
but
Yeah.
Rodman was also
leader is not always the best player.
back to back defensive player of the year. So like
You know, people always talk about how great the Showtime Lakers were, the Celtics of the time were, and like how good Michael Jordan was.
and this is
And
towards the
they
end.
just failed to account that
Yeah,
there was one team that beat all three of those teams
Yeah, and
in
this
the
is
yeah,
playoffs.
and none of them were in their prime. Like you beat a Celtics team that had like an extremely injured Larry Bird. Like Larry
yeah.
Bird was like missing the entire half of his back. Was just not there.
Yeah, this
Like
is already after Larry Bird's
yeah,
back problem.
you had like Larry Bird lying down like courtside because he literally could not sit up straight because he was in so much pain. That's the version of Larry Bird you're playing against. The fact that he's even playing is a testament to Larry Bird's greatness.
And as for the Lakers, like
Yeah, but
Kareem was
besides
already
that,
like 40,
Michael Jordan and Patrick Johnson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kareem was basically a glorified role player at that point.
yeah.
In fact,
But it's still at
wait,
Magic
wait,
Johnson.
They had Magic, but like their teams were pretty even. You know, Magic was clearly a better player than Isaiah. Isaiah was doing really good, right? He was a really good player, but like
no,
Isaiah
actually,
had a better team. He had a really good
yeah,
supporting
their
cast.
second championship, Kareem retired.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but it's still Magic.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
Magic. Yeah.
okay, okay, buddy.
It's still Magic.
It
Dennis
is Magic.
Rodman,
You're right.
It's still
back
Michael
to
Jordan,
back
and it's
defensive player of the year. Like I think he's a top 3 defender of all time.
No, you cannot say it's still Larry Bird. That's not Larry Bird.
it's
Dude,
still Larry Bird.
if I take a shovel and hit you and like smash your lower back and make you play basketball, you're not putting up the same numbers.
He was still putting up 20 a game.
Yeah, that's not
because he's Larry Bird.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah,
mean he's the same Larry Bird.
but he's
Yeah,
still
that's
Larry
not
Bird.
Larry anymore.
But he's still Larry
Stop
Bird.
it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Isiah Thomas, man, he'll always be my king.
it. Exactly. In the 1989 season, where they won their first championship, Larry Bird played 6 games. And the Celtics missed the playoffs because he played 6 games. So they did not beat the Celtics that year.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh, I mean, the
So you
first
just
round,
lied to us. You actually just lied to our faces.
first round, in
well,
the first round, they played the
it's just
Celtics.
like the Pistons, they were really good. Isaiah was really good. He's not the third best point guard of all time. He just isn't.
No, not
Yeah.
even close.
I just think that beating the Celtics, the Lakers,
I
and
mean,
the
come on.
Bulls
He
in
did
the
not make
playoffs.
the dream team. And yeah, he was snubbed. He should have, but he didn't make the dream team. You know, that's just you know, in the prime of his career, he did not make the dream team. Um, and
Yeah, but that's due to reasons.
yeah, that's due to other reasons. But it's just like if he were like a top 3 player, which I don't think he was a top 3 player ever, there would be no excuse. But he was unrightfully snubbed. But they were fine. Just Isaiah Thomas, great player. but let's not act like he was the only player on his team. That was like really good. And Bill Laimbeer is overrated, but Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, both I'd say underrated players, especially at that point in their careers. Yeah. Yeah, Joe Dumars
Yeah, no,
outscored
literally
Isiah
in their
Thomas.
championship. I'm looking at their championship history right now. They in the 2 years they won the championships, they never played Larry Bird and the Celtics. You actually just looked at us and lied to our face and said they beat the Celtics. That never
They
happened.
did beat the Celtics in 1989 in the
They did
Eastern
not
Conference.
beat the Celtics in 1989. 1989, the Celtics missed the playoffs because Larry Bird only played 6 games.
Bro, literally go look at it. It says 1989 NBA Eastern Conference first round, Celtics versus Pistons.
Oh wait, no, you're right. They did play Celtics, but Larry Bird did not play because Larry Bird was injured.
It's still the Celtics, bro.
It's
Bro,
not the no.
Not this cell.
Stop it! Stop this! Larry Bird did not play.
Wait, where did I have
I
Isiah
mean, you
Thomas?
got Robert Parrish,
Oh,
Kevin McHale,
I had him at 7.
Yeah, Kevin McHale is not Kevin McHale without Larry Bird.
Reggie Lewis,
Who is
Brian
that?
Shaw.
No, Isaiah at
Dave
6.
Long.
This is all right. Isaiah at 6 is pretty decent. Yeah,
It's okay. It's not atrocious. But
yeah,
3 is pretty. Three
yeah.
three
Three
is
is three is just crazy. Yeah,
He played
I don't know if having
he
Isaiah
played
Thomas or
like
Bob
this.
Cousy at 3 is worse. The two of you just kind of messed up that number 3 spot.
Having Bob Cousy is definitely worse. Having
No,
Bob Cousy
because
is
Bob
definitely.
Cousy has 6 championships.
He played in the 50s.
So that's still basketball.
Is it?
Yes.
But bro, I don't even believe that. I feel like back then they weren't even playing the
You need to
sport,
go on
bro.
YouTube and turn on some tape.
I'm not putting on 50s basketball.
See, this is ignorance. Ignorant. Not only is this ignorance, this is refusing to get better.
All
I'm
right,
not putting
I
on
think we should
50s
move
basketball.
on to
Bro,
number
I'm gonna
5.
fall asleep.
Uh, making the top 5. At number 5 is Chris Paul.
Hmm,
I feel like this is a good spot for him.
that is a good spot for me. I had him at 7, but five is good.
I had him at 6.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, I think David had him at 6 as well. So 7, 6, 6.
Hmm.
How's he 5?
Because other players were dragged significantly lower by like for example Bob Cousy and was it Isiah Thomas?
Because you just left him off the list.
Bob
No,
Cousy.
you're actually not telling me that like no, who was your number 15 player?
Walt Frazier.
You're what?
No, that's not terrible. At
Walt
15,
Frazier is better
No,
than Bob Cousy of all time.
you're telling me Walt Frazier's greater all time than Bob Cousy?
Yes,
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
dude. I'm not moved by 50s basketball. I feel like at that point it wasn't even really basketball.
No, actually stop it.
I
They
think we
were
should talk about
dribbling
Chris
the ball
Paul.
with one
We're on the
hand,
Chris
bro.
Paul slide right now.
Extended like this.
Yeah, let's talk about Chris Paul.
Is there really much to say though? It's just
Yeah, I mean he's just like
consensus.
he's called the point guard for a reason. Like he basically embodies everything a point guard should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Uh,
that dunk on Dwight Howard, if y'all remember that.
Like no, he's literally just like the model point guard.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when James Naismith invented basketball and he like when basketball was invented and they thought of the point guard position, Chris Paul is the guy they would have built in a lab.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, but also like there wasn't dribbling back then.
yeah.
That's true. They didn't have dribbling back then. So it probably would have been like Bob Cousy.
You just admitted it yourself.
No, but Bob,
The
no,
guy couldn't dribble.
no, he can dribble. He can
can't
dribble.
dribble.
It's just he's a lot more suitable for the non-dribbling basketball. No, he's definitely not like if we're talking about skill, then yeah, Bob Cousy should not be touching the top 15. But in greatness, I think he's number 3.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I think
Chris
I value
Paul.
so much more.
Chris Paul is one of the better scoring point guards as well.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's also second all time in assists and steals.
yeah. So great defender. Yeah, he just keeps falling short in the playoffs. But he makes every team he goes to better. So
He
yeah.
does.
Future Clipper.
Has he officially signed with the Clippers yet?
I
No,
don't think
it's
so,
just
but
rumored.
Clipper.
Watch him join the Pacers. Watch him join the Pacers.
He is not joining the Pacers, bro.
You should join the Nuggets.
Although to be fair, Pacers were a 50-win team last year. I don't know how they're getting better than that without Tyrese. Imagine he pulls it off though. If he pulls it off, I'll put him at number 1.
He's also 40.
I love you, Chris Paul. Please don't get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is 40. But I'm saying if he joins the Pacers and without Tyrese makes them better than a 50-win team, I will put him as the best point guard of all time. Greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah. And actually, yeah, Chris Paul, like last year, his age 39 season, he also started all 82 games. So
Yeah.
yeah. Really underappreciated.
Yeah.
I think people just look at like the last few years and like, he's all right. But yeah, people forget about prime Chris Paul. It's good for so long.
Love
6-time
shitty
steal
Chris
champ.
Paul.
6-time steals champ.
Pelicans, Chris Paul.
And 5-time assist champ.
I feel like steals don't really mean anything.
New Orleans Hornets, Chris Paul.
And yeah, Chris Paul
Okay.
probably would have won a ring in 2018 if he didn't get injured, the hamstring. I keep going back to that, but it's just something that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days.
Bro, it's been 7 years. Get over it.
Yeah. All right, number
All right,
four,
Let's go to 4.
Jerry West.
Yeah, see, this is actually like Jerry West and Bob Cousy their era were not that different. They played against a lot of the same people. The NBA was very similar. They had overlapping years. How can you justify Jerry West?
They had 2 years
Where did you
overlapping.
put Jerry West? Where did you put Jerry West?
5.
Yeah, they overlapped for 3 years, and even then, the NBA was not that different. Okay, how can you justify putting Jerry West?
Dude, they were dribbling the ball.
5?
They were dribbling the ball by the 60s. You go back to the 50s and they're holding their hand out like this, dribbling that basketball.
Dribbling was added to basketball in 1897, over 50 years before Bob
No,
Cousy
I'm
started
saying
playing.
that you watch 50s basketball and they're like dribbling is
They
just.
are dribbling. No, you say you watch 50s basketball. You've never
You
watched
watch the
50s basketball.
lowlights.
You watch the lowlights.
Yeah.
Obviously, you watch the lowlights. You're not going to know anything. How can you justify putting Jerry West at 5?
But if you watch the
and Bob
lowlights
Cousy
and they're
off the
dribbling like
list?
this with their hand up in front like this, then you kind
I
of
think it
assume
makes sense, actually.
that like
Carson, where did you have Jerry West?
I had Jerry West at 4.
I also had him at 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to disrespect Jerry West, okay? I think like Jerry West is my 4th greatest point guard of all time. I just don't see the logic of having him at 5 and having Bob Cousy off the list.
I'll tell you why.
27
Like that's
played
that's so inconsistent.
Bro,
he didn't shoot 37%.
let's go back to this. Bob Cousy, 18, 5, and 8. On 37 field goal, all right, percentage. Jerry West, 27, 6, and 7. Come on, 27. He averaged 27 for his career. That's probably like top 5 all time in career scoring average.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bob Cousy, okay, he put up 18, 5, and 7, and he won. He won championships.
Yeah, against who? Like
Against Jerry West. Against Jerry
Not
West.
against Jerry West, bro. Not against Jerry West.
No, literally against Jerry West.
Bro, Jerry West was like playing against like the super team Celtics, like John Havlicek and Bill Russell.
Yeah,
He
Bob
was
Cousy
averaging
on.
30
Bob
in the
Cousy
finals.
Bob Cousy was on the super team Celtics. He has 6
Only the
NBA
early
titles.
parts. Only the
He
early.
has 6 NBA
I'm not sure
titles.
Bob Cousy and John Havlicek were ever teammates. Maybe for like 2 seasons.
Actually, let's look that up.
But come on, like Jerry West was like a one-man army.
No, you're acting like
Your careers
it's like
overlap
2
for
years.
3 years, Josh.
It's like 2 years difference, and you're acting like it's such a big deal. Like just a few years difference in the NBA, and you're acting like the entire NBA is different. It was not that different.
No,
You were just
He's
saying
still
earlier
playing.
that back then. You were just saying
He's
earlier
still
that
playing
back
with Bill
then field
Russell.
goal
He's still
percentages were
playing with
down.
Casey Jones.
You were just saying that back then field goal percentages were down because people wouldn't drive into the paint.
Yeah,
So by your logic, Jerry West, his field goal percentage should also
he's
be like
very
37%.
impressive. Yeah, his field goal percentage is very impressive, especially for a point guard. That's why I have him like top 4 all time.
No, I don't know what else. Jerry
It's just
West
he
is
doesn't have
averaging
6
30
rings.
multiple times in
And
his
rings is
career,
the
especially in
reason
the
you
early
play
part.
basketball.
Especially in the early parts of his career, he's averaging 30
Averaging
times.
30 is not the point of The
No.
point of being in the NBA is not to average 30. It's to win NBA titles.
No, and then after, right? Oh, he was winning.
And that's why,
He
in
wasn't
my
winning all
books,
that much,
NBA
right?
titles is the most important part.
He wasn't winning all that much,
Yeah.
right? He still won Finals
He
MVP,
was not winning
averaging
all
like
that
37 in the finals, but he wasn't winning a championship. So what does he do? He starts passing the ball a little more. He leads the league in assists, and he wins a championship. All right, so like it's not like he didn't win a championship. If he wanted to score 30, he would
Yeah,
average
he
30,
won
maybe
1
30 a
compared to
night.
6. And you're acting like the Lakers weren't good. The Lakers had Elgin Baylor and Wilt Chamberlain, and they still lost.
You know, before I came onto this, I didn't think that the number 1 point of contention would be Bob fucking Cousy, bro.
You guys need to stop.
No.
Bob Cousy. I'm gonna look up this guy, Bob Cousy dribbling.
But yeah, Jerry West, 12-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive, won a Finals MVP on the losing team. I mean, come on. I think number 4 is right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think number 4 is right too. I just think that Bob Cousy being off
This
your
is
list
not
is actually
basketball.
absurd. What do you mean this is not basketball? He dribbles better than
This
you
is
do.
not basketball. He's holding his hand out like this, bro. What the fuck? It's not dribbling. What is he doing? This is
All right, at number 3,
not basketball.
Oscar Robertson, the original Mr. Triple Double.
Not basketball.
I think Oscar Robertson. I have Oscar Robertson at 5.
I had Oscar at 3.
I had him at 4.
Wait, I still can't believe you have Isiah Thomas at 3. I actually can't believe you have Isiah Thomas at 3. I still can't believe that.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was really good, but this is greatness, not skill.
He beat the Bulls and the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had Oscar at 3. I don't know. That era, their stats were kind of, they were all just kind of insane. I don't think Oscar was actually like, that good. The fact that he only won a championship as the second best player, with Kareem, also kind of says something about his career.
I don't know. I feel like at least in the final series, he might have been the better player.
Well, he wasn't Finals MVP.
Yeah, but like AD wasn't Finals MVP.
Mm,
And AD was the best player in the 2020 championship.
it was close enough.
Yeah, I'm saying it was close. Kareem and
Yeah.
Oscar Robertson's also close.
Yeah.
But I think I might give it to Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
Although I do need to look it up again because I know he was better in the one that they lost against the Celtics with like Bill Cowan and John Havlicek.
Mm.
But the one they won, I'm not 100% sure.
Dude, this is actually not basketball, Josh.
Yeah, David, do you have anything to say about Oscar?
No, I'm just talking. I'm watching Bob Cousy highlights,
Well, we're on Oscar Robertson right now.
but I'm just so shocked that like Josh would.
All right, if you have nothing to say about Oscar Robertson, do we want to move on to number 2?
Oh, wasn't it like a thing that by the 90s people like Oscar Robertson was in like the GOAT conversation, but then like people's standards of like evaluating players changed.
I don't know.
Like back in the day, it used to be at that point nice.
No, I feel like by the 90s, people were talking about it's like Wilt or Kareem.
I remember watching this like YouTube video on like how people evaluated greatness of players back in the day, and like there was a newspaper fan poll, and a lot of people put like Oscar Robertson 2 or something,
Mm, okay.
which is I was gonna put him like around 5'2", but then I remember that one video, and I was like, I'm kind of moved by that. I'm gonna put him up at 4.
Okay.
Oh,
Because if
what
like
a
people
pass from
watched
Bob
him
Cousy.
like were saying that he was playing really good, then it's like I feel like that means something.
Okay. Yeah. For the final two, this is kind of like been an ongoing debate for forever,
Not forever, since like 2022.
yeah, since like 2022. So it's been like 3 years. It's one of the closest debates, many people on both sides. But for us, at number two, well, actually, before we go, I want to see what do you guys think number two is? Because I already know, but
I think it's
I
Steph.
think it's Magic.
okay.
I think it's Magic because I know for sure Carson and I both think Steph is the GOAT.
At
Okay.
number two, at the second greatest point guard of all time, Stephen Curry.
Wow, Carson flip-flopped.
Oh, I didn't flip.
I thought you were gonna put Steph first.
Carson flip-flopped. Interesting.
No, because
Carson not standing on business,
I have
changing your
Steph Curry.
mind.
I have Steph Curry above Magic in the GOAT debate and the greatest player,
Right.
right?
Right. Uh-huh.
But when I think point guard, man, I
Oh
want
my
my
goodness,
point guard
that's so
to
stupid.
be.
That's so stupid. Then how is oh my goodness.
And
Then Bob Cousy is the greatest point guard of all time. When I think point guard, Bob Cousy is literally everything you think of.
bro, Bob Cousy averaged 7 assists, bro. Come on,
Dude,
stop.
can we watch this guy's
11,
highlights?
11 assists per game throughout his
No,
career.
no. How is Magic Johnson? No, you can think of. I would think. Okay, in terms of being a point guard, I would actually think of Bob Cousy before I think of Magic Johnson. But
Oh,
still, even then, how is it not John Stockton then? How is
Matt,
it not Chris Paul then?
John
Like
Stockton
these are literally
put the ball
more
into the
point
post
guardy than.
to Karl Malone, and then
Okay, then what
Chris
about Chris
Paul was
Paul?
throwing lobs to Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. All right,
Yeah,
Magic Johnson
and you're acting like
was
Magic Johnson did not have Kareem, who
Magic
is better
was
than all of those people.
no
It was
Magic
Wash
was
Kareem.
the engine to the most iconic
No,
offense of all time, and he is like
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
revolutionized
Steph Curry. Steph
basketball.
Curry was literally the engine to the most iconic offense of all time. You literally have it backwards. You
Yeah, no,
literally have
Steph
it
Curry
flipped.
was also the engine.
Steph
Steph
Curry
Curry was
was
not
the
running.
engine.
Steph Curry was not the engine with the ball in his hands. It was mainly Draymond Green to top the key, right? But Magic Johnson with the ball in his hand,
That's not
coming.
what matters. Just because you don't have the ball in your hand does not mean you're not the engine.
Yeah, no. Steph Curry is the engine in his own way. But Magic Johnson with the ball in his hand, coming down, right, at you. Oh, come on, bro. There's nothing you could do. And he would hit with the flashiest passes. Come on, let's stop it. Magic Johnson embodies what it means to be a point guard, right? Someone else I feel
No, Chris Paul embodies what it means to be
yeah,
a point
Chris
guard.
Paul, Steve Nash, these are another other good examples. Jason Kidd, but Magic Johnson, man, he had like no flaw.
Magic Johnson
Magic
literally
wasn't the
went
best
and played
shooter.
center.
Magic,
Magic Johnson literally went and played center. How is he the embodiment of point guard?
yeah, because Magic Johnson was versatile like that. He could. Oh, why are we talking about Magic Johnson so much? We're on the second guy right now, Steph Curry.
No, because the 1 and 2 is down to 2 people, and we
Okay.
all agree who those 2 people are. So
I'm
obviously
not
we're talking
even
about them both.
listening right
Just
now.
show number one. Just show number one. We all know it's
I'm
Magic
watching
Johnson. That's
1950s
so
Lowlands.
cap. We're not. Once again, we're not. This list is about. Well, this is the greatest of all time series, not who is better at their position
Yeah,
series.
greatest. Hold up, Magic has 5 rings,
Okay. And he
Magic
also had
might have won
Kareem,
more.
and he also had James Worthy, and he had Bob
And
McAdoo.
Steph also had
It's
KD,
never
Clay, and
Kevin Durant.
Draymond.
Except
What are you on about?
Kareem is greater than all time. Kareem is
But
greater
by
than all
then he
time
was
than KD.
washed.
Bro.
No, he wasn't.
Why
Kareem
did-
was
why-
still winning MVPs.
At like the first
Those
two,
are Mickey Mouse MVPs, bro.
bro. Kareem, come on, let's go.
Dude, I've been
Kevin
watching
Durant, like
1950s
Kevin
basketball.
Durant was the best player on the Warriors when he was on the Warriors, and Kareem was the best player on the Lakers for like maybe 2-3 years.
You actually have to stop.
Yeah. Magic, come on. Magic 5 rings, and not to mention if Magic retired in his prime, basically. Um,
No,
if
stop with all
he
these
had
what ifs.
HIV,
It doesn't matter what would have happened.
this
It
would
didn't
not even
happen.
be a debate.
It didn't happen though. Right.
This wouldn't even be a debate his he was in his prime, right? He was like 30 or 31, you know.
No, let me tell you, if the Pacers had won, Game 7, Tyrese Halliburton right now would be the greatest Pacer of all time. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
So all these what ifs with this HIV, they didn't happen.
Yeah,
he didn't play into the 90s.
No, but it's also
when he came back in 1995, he was not good.
Okay, well, let's think about Steph Curry's career. You know, I love Steph. You know, I'm not like because there's so many big Steph fans out there. I can't say I'm up there. You know, but I appreciate Steph Curry because he's good at basketball and he revolutionized basketball. You know, and he's a good player. I like watching the Warriors play. I love watching the Warriors play. Right, but Steph Curry prior to 2022, actually prior to 2019, has been a consistent playoff choker. You know, he always shrinks. He's like in James Harden conversations in terms of playoff.
Until 2019. How is it possible? How is it possible that you have Steph higher on your GOAT list, but you have Magic higher on your point guard GOAT list? That does not make any sense.
I'll tell you why. Because
how does that make sense at all?
Basketball. Greatest players players of all time.
And he changed the way you play the point guard position. How is that any different?
Who changed the way you play point guard position? Curry?
Steph Curry. Yeah.
No, because there were still many traditional point guards out there. And yeah, like some players like I see like maybe a Jamal Murray or something that's kind of like a Steph Curry, like, you know, like esque. But like
and Damian Lillard and LaMelo Ball and Trae Young.
Damian Lillard like shoots kind of like Steph, but his game, him and Trae Young are definitely closer to your traditional point guard build with good shooting than a Steph Curry who's running off ball screens, you know, coming around. He's not doing that. Yeah, Dame operates with the ball in his hand. Steph Curry plays off ball a lot with Draymond Green with the ball, you know, and like Jamal and Jokic. Okay, Jokic has the ball, kind of like a Draymond Green in that scenario. But just like Steph Curry hasn't changed. Well, no, he's changed basketball, right? I think in terms of pure influence in the sport of basketball, he's top 3 of all time. And that's why I have him higher than Magic and the greatest player of all time. But in terms of point guard, like who I want running my offense with the ball in his hand coming down the floor, right, I want Magic Johnson. And
no, you're acting like he doesn't average 6 assists on his career.
And Magic averages 11. 11.
Yeah, no, but you're talking about him like he doesn't have the ball in his hand. He's running around like a shooting guard. He's still the point guard. No,
earlier in his career, Curry was actually like, you know, kind of having the ball in his hand a little more. Facilitated.
He averaged 6 assists this year. 2025, he averaged 6 assists a game.
Not that high for a star point guard. That just isn't, you know, and that's fine. He does other things really well, you know, and his off-ball movement opens up a lot of opportunities for the Warriors. Like, no doubt, he's the engine, but he's not a point guard in the same way Magic Johnson.
This logic actually does not make any sense. I don't think that playing like a point guard matters that much. Like, as long as you play the position and you get the job done, which he does get the job done, like, I think that's all that matters. Like, sure, Magic has an extra MVP, and he also has an extra championship, right? But he also had Kareem. He also had James Worthy. He also had Bob McAdoo. He also had other people that I'm forgetting right now. Like, he had, like, sure, Steph Curry was on the best team of all time. He had KD. But he only had KD for 2 of his championships. Magic had Kareem, every single one.
Yeah, Magic had Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, you know, good players, good role players. But like, if we want to talk about help they had, Curry 4 rings, one Finals MVP. Magic 5 rings, 1.
He should have 2, and he should have 2.
Okay, that's still 50%, and Magic is 60%. You know, in terms of Finals MVP to ring like ratio. Steph Curry played with Kevin Durant in his prime.
And Magic Johnson played with Kareem in his prime.
Yeah, you know, Steph Curry, come on. Draymond Green, top 5 defender of all time. Klay Thompson, top 5 shooter of all time. Like that team was built perfectly, right? Um, and just Steph Curry just wasn't showing up. There's a reason why Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP, even though Curry probably should have won. But Curry was underwhelming. He just wasn't as good as he usually is. Um, Andre Iguodala was better than what he usually is, so he won Finals MVP. He rose to the occasion. Steph Curry did not. 2017. Well, also we talk about that the year LeBron won that 2016 championship, right? People always talk about like it being one of the greatest championships of all time, 73-9, all that, 3-1 comeback. Steph Curry was not good in that playoff series. He was actually just like straight up awful. He averaged like
Yeah,
what, I don't know, like 20, 21, 22 points per game on like less than 40% field goal percentage. Draymond Green would have won Finals MVP over Steph Curry that year. You know, Draymond Green was the leading scorer for the Warriors in some of those games, and Draymond Green's suspension in Game 6 is kind of why LeBron and Kyrie each had 41. So I just like Steph Curry is great. I love Steph Curry, but like he just I don't want to say he was getting carried by his teammates because he's clearly the best player on his team. But like until 2022, it was really like, did he really win any of those because of himself, because of Steph Curry? And it was 2022 where I was finally like, yeah, he did, because he was so good in 2022. That was one of the best playoff runs of all time.
yeah.
But prior to that, I don't know. And 2019, like he was good as well in the finals. And unfortunately, KD and Clay got injured. But yeah, that's just the reality of the situation.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
I
for
mean,
in terms of greatest player of all time, Magic or Curry, I have Curry slightly above Magic. I think that one is closer than it is for this debate, for the point guard debate. I think Magic has a slightly larger lead in this debate than the greatest player of all time debate. But yeah,
I still don't see how those are any different at all. These are the greatest players at the point guard position.
um, maybe greatest. If you're looking at the approach of greatest players listed at the point guard position, maybe I can kind of see what you're saying with Steph Curry being one, but they're just like greatest point guards of all time. Um,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
going with
that's
Magic. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Um, for our next segment, we're doing some head-to-head point guard comparisons. These point guards did not make our top 10 list, but they were good for their era. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put like, oh, we'll just move on. You'll see here. We'll have two point guards of the same era, and we'll kind of compare, who is better all time. So to begin, we have, relatively contemporary, actually not relatively, just like literally right now, Trae Young and Tyrese Halliburton.
um I remember us having this conversation before.
Yeah.
I used to think that Trae Young was the better player. I still think that back then Trae Young was the better player. But right now I feel like it's kind of clearly Halliburton.
What about post Achilles? Who do you think will be better?
You can't really project Achilles. Like Kevin Durant
No,
recovered
but if I asked you to bet, if I asked you to bet right now, who would you bet on?
probably Trae Young just because Achilles. But like I'm not I wouldn't want to bet on somebody with an Achilles injury though. He could either come out looking like Kevin Durant after his
Hmm.
or like a Bob McAdoo.
Bob McAdoo is pretty good. Bob McAdoo is an MVP. Do not
Yeah, but
forget that.
post Achilles.
Oh, I did not know Bob McAdoo tore his Achilles.
I or am I this might be just me straight up lying. But like any player that tore their Achilles.
Um, I think Dominic Wilkins actually tore his Achilles, but he came back pretty well as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So McAdoo had a sore Achilles.
Oh, sore.
It caused
Um
him to miss 11 games.
I think I was just lying.
No, but Dominic Wilkins tore his Achilles, I'm pretty sure. And he came back pretty good as well.
I feel like there's just many instances of like somebody tearing their Achilles and never being the same.
They're also older though.
Yeah, they were also older. Wait, are you sure Dominique Wilkins tore his Achilles?
Yeah, it's either
Are
him
we
or
both just lying right now?
No, because
I'm
okay,
not sure.
he did tear his Achilles in 1992,
Yeah,
but how is that possible? Because he came back and he played in 1993,
yeah, that's what I'm
and he
saying.
played 70 games. How is
Yeah,
that possible? How is the recovery so short?
It's
he
like
recovered in like
grandfather.
10 months. Like Dominic Wilkins is like a legend in terms of Achilles recovery. It's like him and Kevin Durant. And he still averaged like
And
28 or
Kobe,
something, right?
didn't Kobe come back in like 8 months?
But Kobe came back trash. Like he came back,
Yeah.
he wasn't good anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Tyrese joins the list of players the good. Because, like, did you guys know Tyrese led the league in blocked threes last year? Like blocking other people's threes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
That's
I believe he led for guards in blocked jump shots.
mm.
I thought that'd be Shea.
Oh
Shea
yeah,
gets a
it
lot of
would make
blocks.
sense. Yeah.
No, but Shea is like interior with like layups and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like Tyrese Halliburton, especially in the playoffs, you saw like game one against the Cavs, he like blocked Ty Jerome like 3 times.
Mm.
Like, you know, yeah,
Okay, but
he's not
Ty
a great
Jerome was just
defender.
playing
He's
horrible.
not a great defender, but I feel like at this point he might be kind of underrated defender.
Maybe.
And we say Ice Trey, Ice Trey, very clutch. But right now, who would we say is the more clutch player?
Probably
Hal-
Tyrese. Yeah.
Yeah, Halliburton is actually, I'm biased as a
I don't
Pacers
think
fan,
there's. I think we all agree that it's Halliburton that's better. But like,
Yeah,
just in the
Achilles.
going into the future, I'd rather like bet on Trae Young just because of Achilles.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
it's also close.
that's not a crazy take. I'm sticking with Halliburton because he's my guy, but I understand why people would say that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Mhm. I also have Halliburton, but I think it's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Uh, and we're kind of going from present to um, to going in chronological order in that sense. Um, Next we have John Wall and Derrick Rose. In our previous episode, we actually talked about this like a little bit, but
Did
yeah,
y'all put John Wall over Derrick Rose?
uh, well, I kind of came up with this and I didn't think of one yet, and neither of them were on my top 15.
yeah, they were not on my top 15. At
Yeah,
the
they were
end of
on.
this episode, we'll reveal everyone who made any one of our top 15 list, and
Okay.
that's
Okay,
very
okay.
yeah.
I think Derrick Rose is better than John Wall though.
I think prime for prime, I also agree. Derrick Rose, I think like 2011 Derrick Rose is better than like I think it was like what 2017 John Wall.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like John Wall did have like an underrated prime, but still, it's like an MVP going up against like somebody who only made an All NBA team.
Yeah,
What was it like the second team?
I
yeah,
don't
he
think he's
made
made
All
a
NBA
first team.
second
Yeah,
team.
I don't think he's
He
made a
made
first.
All NBA second team, and then he also no, he made All NBA third team. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that D Rose didn't deserve to win that MVP, but he was still the best point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, like peak
and
for peak.
I actually think that like I think D Rose did deserve the MVP.
I think he did deserve the MVP.
I mean, yeah, they were the first seed. Yeah,
Yeah,
over. Yeah, so they won 60 games. But I think our previous episode was most overrated players of all time, and we had Derrick Rose number one.
he
I
did
had
not
Derrick
deserve
Rose
to be
number
number
one.
one.
I do think Derrick Rose is overrated, mainly because people just like remember him off nostalgia,
I feel like
Yeah,
Derrick Rose is overrated amongst like casual NBA fans.
and
and
though
that's most people.
that is the majority of fans,
That's most
unfortunately.
people. But yeah, prime for prime, I'll agree with you guys. Derrick Rose is better. I mean, he was an MVP. But who had the better career? Who was better during that era?
I
I
feel
think
like
I have to go with John Wall. Um,
I disagree. I still think it's Derrick Rose. I think
I still think
because
it's Derrick Rose.
also when you go for when you include greatness, then you have to include accolades, right? because
Yeah.
accolades are a part of greatness. And
Yeah.
Derrick Rose is an MVP. I think John Wall might have more All Stars. John Wall has 2 more All Stars, but Derrick Rose is an MVP. Derrick Rose has made a conference finals.
Wait, so for these head-to-head comparisons, are we still doing greatness? Because I thought
We're doing both.
Okay.
Both are. We'll talk about both.
Okay.
One-on-one, I'd rather have Derrick Rose, and also greatness, I'd still rather have Derrick Rose, I think.
Yeah.
So Derrick Rose, more electric, also explosive dunks and whatnot. But I mean, John Wall was his athleticism not talked about enough. He was the fastest player in the league.
He was.
Yeah,
Really
but
nice.
so is Derrick Rose. I'm for 2011. Who's faster than Derrick Rose?
I don't know. Maybe Dwayne Wade, maybe John Wall.
Actually, maybe
John
Dwayne
Wall
Wade.
at that point, probably not.
John Wall was not in the. Oh no, that was John Wall's rookie
I
season.
feel like
Yeah, John Wall was drafted
Dwayne Wade
2010.
was by 2011 Dwayne Wade was slightly slowing down. He was still really good, but he was
Yeah,
not as good as 2006.
yeah. No, but let's also keep in mind that Derrick Rose was playing with the best defense in the league. That was why they won 60 games. John Wall really never had like anyone notable in the supporting cast. Yeah, he had Bradley
Dude.
Beal at a point, but Bradley Beal.
Marcin Gortat, bro.
Yeah, Yeah, that was what I was saying. That was what I was saying. It
Gortat.
was his primary supporting cast was Gortat. He was a decent big man. He was starting, but he's a Clint Capella kind of player. He's oh, he's cool. He's cool. He's underappreciated. He set really good screens and all that. But
Do any of you remember
but
when I
Gortat
was
is
going
just
on about how
no.
bad Clint Capella was?
I do remember. Yo, Dave Bong is the biggest Clint Capella hater. Nobody hates Clint Capella more than Dave Bong. You were talking about you were literally insulting his face.
Yeah, he's chopped, but that's besides
No,
the point.
you were talking about how his face was shaped like a rectangle.
It is. He's chopped. I don't get.
He does not
I
deserve
feel
that.
there's nothing good about this NBA player. He just gets rebounds. That's all he does.
Okay.
But yeah, I just think John Wall did quite a bit with basically nothing. I think it was what was that that 2017? It was Wizards versus Celtics. Him and Isiah Thomas, they put up a pretty good show. That was a good playoff series.
Dude, Isiah Thomas back in the day, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He was one of my favorite players.
Yeah, no, definitely. Isiah Thomas is super likable. So I just think I'd rather have John Wall. His career.
Let's go to the next one because I think we have 4 more.
Oh yeah. Deron Williams and Rajon Rondo.
Peak for peak.
I think
Peak
I'm
for
going
peak.
with
Darren Williams had some couple of really good years.
Yeah, he
But
averaged
Rondo definitely greater all time, I think.
Yeah, I mean before Rondo and CP were a thing, Rondo and Chris Paul, people were talking about Deron Williams or Chris Paul, at a point he was in the conversation for the best point guard in the league. But yeah, I think he kind of had a bit of an underwhelming career in the sense that never had much playoff success, never won very much, never had
Wait, Rondo or Darren Williams?
Darren Williams.
Yeah.
Rondo had a lot of success.
Yeah, Rondo has 2 rings.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Joe Johnson, they were good scorers.
Joe Johnson was much better than Darren Williams.
Yeah, I think Joe Johnson is better, but he reminds me of him. Just they were good scorers. They were pretty clutch, but they didn't amount to very much because they weren't on any good teams. Oh, kind of like Gilbert Arenas as well. Another guy like that.
Yeah, I think Deron Williams probably had the higher peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rondo's definitely greater all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was better?
At some point, Rondo was just hunting for assists, bro.
Yeah. But yeah. Who was better? Maybe Deron in his peak, but I'd rather have Rondo. Pretty much any if I'm building a team, I'd rather have Rondo pretty much any day. Yeah.
I feel if we were doing Darren Williams as a 25-year-old, and we assumed that he didn't have the flame out that he did after joining the Nets, I'd have Darren Williams. But knowing what happened to him after joining the Nets, definitely Rondo though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rondo was also a good defender, great rebounder for his size. Uh, yeah,
Chris Paul.
yeah, Chris Paul.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, yeah. Should we move on?
I think probably yeah.
Okay. Chauncey Billups and Sam Castle. So for this, we weren't sure. We were like Chauncey. Okay, we're definitely gonna go with Chauncey. Who's gonna be a second guy? So we were thinking, obviously Sam, who's here, um, Stephon Marbury, and Steve Francis. So really, none of these guys are like too impressive.
Yeah.
They all have their flaws. Even Chauncey as well. I mean, he just wasn't that prolific of a scorer as well. But yeah,
I feel like making the conference finals like 7 times in a row is like that kind of moves me.
yeah, it does.
And
But
I had him in my top 15, but like quite low.
no, I think you had him as an honorable mention, not as a top 15. Yeah,
Oh, top. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you gave an honorable mention for some reason. But
Chauncey Billups, man.
Chauncey Billups, yeah, I guess seven straight conference finals is impressive. Six of them were with the Pistons though, and the East just wasn't very good. Um, yeah, the Pistons had a really good team, and he was decent on Denver as well. Um, decent defender. He could do everything pretty well. But I don't know. I don't think any of the point guards of that generation were too memorable. With Stephon
No,
Marbury, a lot of off-court issues, right? Gilbert Arenas, a lot of off-court issues. Steve Francis got injured. Steve Francis, I think he's like the only one among these point guards that averaged like 25. Gilbert
He
Arenas,
was good on the Rockets.
yeah, but Steve Francis, got injured as well, also short in career. Sam Castle, I think he's like the reason why we chose him above Marbury and Francis is because he had a longer career. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it. But he also was just like okay point guard. Like he's like kind of like a Mike Conley. We're not gonna talk about Mike Conley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
yeah, exactly. Mm.
That's a
Okay,
good comparison.
yeah. So Chauncey's above.
He's like
Yeah,
a Rod Strickland.
yeah. Uh, next we have uh we have Tim Hardaway and Kevin Johnson.
I I think Kevin Johnson would be in my top 20.
Yeah, I
I
think I
think I think
Kevin as well.
I think people hate on Kevin Johnson in order to uh in order to like hate on Jordan's career
Yes.
because they talk about like the Suns that he faced as having nobody except for Charles Barkley when Kevin Johnson was on the team and Kevin Johnson was really good and they just like trash on Kevin Johnson in order to demean Jordan's career.
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
I
actually,
feel like I feel like the Suns was a good team that they beat that the Bulls
Yeah.
beat. But like I feel like if you're demeaning the Supersonics, it's like okay, I see what you're getting
Gary
at.
Payton, Sean
No,
Kemp.
I mean like a lot of like the GOAT debate has like turned into like a thing that like it's just become demeaning a bunch of players that were not superstars that but were really good, you know? Like I feel like like for example uh if Shea ever gets into the GOAT conversation, right? Like people are going to be trashing on like Tyrese Halliburton in order to prove that Shea's not the GOAT. And people will be saying like, who did he play in the finals? Nobody.
So
Who did he
they
play
wouldn't be
against?
talking
The
about
Mickey
Tyrese
Mouse,
Howard.
the
They
Mickey
would be
Mouse
like
Pacers.
they'd be trashing like Pascal Siakam.
I mean, that's
No,
true to
because
some
no,
extent.
especially if like Tyrese Halliburton comes back and isn't good, they'll actually be trashing on him so hard. Like they actually just will not know about the clutchness of 2025 playoff Halliburton.
Well, I feel like Tim Hardaway versus Kevin Johnson is like should it really be a conversation? I feel like Kevin Johnson's just better.
Oh, well, okay, here's the thing. I kind of thought of these names. When I was thinking of these names, uh, I'm not the biggest knower of like 90s and 80s basketball.
Maybe Penny Hardaway,
Oh, I forgot about Penny Hardaway. That would have been a better comp.
but I mean, uh,
I feel like Tim Hardaway was never really that good.
yeah, he wasn't really that good, but at least because with Penny, like he was good, but also injuries, right? But I mean, Kevin Johnson also wasn't really like that good, never a superstar. So I mean, this isn't a bad comparison. I'm gonna go with Kevin Johnson as well.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think I'm
rather.
going with Kevin Johnson as well. I actually completely forgot about Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
That's actually so much better uh of a
Penny Hardaway was a dog, man.
Yeah. So
yeah.
actually, if we do that, then, do you guys, what do you have, Penny Hardaway or Kevin Johnson?
I'd rather have Anthony Hardaway, bro.
Yeah.
Uh, that's tough. I might still go with Kevin Johnson.
I think I might go with Kevin Johnson as well, just because he had a longer career.
Actually, no. I would go with Penny Hardaway for skill, and then Kevin Johnson for greatness.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, because Penny, pretty iconic.
But I look back at Penny Hardaway and it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
he was so good. The handles on that guy.
yeah, yeah. And also Tim Hardaway, like, I mean, part of Run TMC. Chris Mullin was probably the best player on that team,
Dude,
but
Chris Mullin might be in conversations of like
yeah,
top 10 white boys.
maybe. Um, okay, we have Kevin Johnson. I think this is the last one. Oh, last one. And Dennis Johnson or Mo Cheeks. I don't know why I came. Oh, I came down to this because we weren't gonna do like Magic or something, uh, or Magic or
Yeah,
Isaiah. Because for these, we're not doing like like the people that are in our top 10.
we wanted to like cross decades, but we didn't want anyone
It's
that
a
was already top
Sixers
10.
player, Mo Cheeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is chopped. He looks like a gremlin. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Mo Cheeks. I'm going
Oh
with
my
Mo Cheeks.
God.
I'm going with Mo Cheeks. I don't think it's that close as well.
Is
Well,
it
the thing
like
is, like
a
Mo Cheeks
bird
was like
defect?
Mo Cheeks was like you know an option on his team. Like on most of the time he's he's not like he might not have been the number one option, but he's like a numbered option with like two, three, or four.
Hmm.
Like was Dennis Johnson ever a top five option on his team?
Why does he look so square?
Wait, top five? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's top five.
Was he though? Like, because I feel like on that Celtics team it's like Bird, then it's McHale, then it's Parrish, then it's like Cedric Maxwell.
Um, I
So
mean,
maybe he's number five.
because with Dennis, I mean, both of these guards were good defenders. I'm taking Mo Cheeks as the better defender probably, just because Mo Cheeks was like kind of like the Gary Payton
Oh,
before Gary Payton got a lot of steals. It's like him and Sidney Moncrief as like the
look
best.
at his
Oh,
eyebrows.
But yeah, I mean Dennis Johnson.
relax, bro.
They look like slugs.
Okay, bro.
They look like slugs on his forehead. Oh my God. I'm so sorry for this guy.
Yeah, but I'm
Look at
going
his
with Mo Cheeks
nose.
as
It's
well.
like flared.
I mean Dennis Johnson was a scorer, was a defender, but I don't think he ever averaged that many assists. Whereas Mo Cheeks, like I'm pretty sure at some point of his career he's averaging like double digits or like at least like near double digits assists.
I'm so sorry,
He
Mochi.
had his career high was 9.2.
Yeah, so like I mean he was getting pretty near. Um,
I mean, Dennis Johnson averaged eight,
mm, I don't know.
like
This
7.8.
this is pretty close.
How did Mo Cheeks make the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's in the
And
Hall
I
of Fame.
think Dennis Johnson, I
Yeah.
think Dennis Johnson would have had a Defensive Player of the Year if the award existed.
And maybe Mo Cheeks would have had one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was Sidney Moncrief a point guard?
No, he's like a
I
shooting
think
guard.
he's shooting guard. How many point guards have won it? It's just like
It's
it's
just
like
oh no, and Marcus Smart.
yeah, Gary Payton, Marcus Smart.
Yeah, like, here we
Mo
go.
I mean, it's
Cheeks, man.
pretty hard to win as a point guard.
Why does he look like that though?
Is this the last one?
Does his parents look like that?
All right. So to end the
Wait, that's
episode,
actually crazy. I was not aware that Dennis Johnson was top five in MVP voting.
oh, he was. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, in 1980, he was on the Sonics.
Hmm.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Dennis Johnson's a Finals MVP. I completely forgot about that on the Sonics.
Mm. What's
I
the make
completely,
Johnson over Mo Cheeks?
yeah,
I'm
that
actually
is
very
definitely
unfamiliar
done.
with these
It's
two players'
actually,
games.
it's actually definitely Dennis Johnson over Mo Cheeks then.
Mm. I kind of have a bias because I mean, uh, a few years ago I did an '80s 2K run and I had Mo Cheeks on my team. So yeah. Uh, all right. So to end the episode, we have the final reveal of where each of us had our top 15 point guards.
No, I still can't believe you left him completely off the list.
Dude, watch.
No,
I
like
was
having him
watching.
at, no, if you had him at like 11 or 12, it's like, you know what? Sure, you disrespect the era, that's fine. Completely off the list is actually absurd.
I just don't think he was that good, bro. I was, like when y'all were talking about Steph versus Magic earlier, I was watching
Also,
like 15
how did you do the
basketball.
tiebreaker between Chris Paul and Isiah Thomas?
Oh, Chris Paul and Isiah Thomas. Whoever had the lowest ranking goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost left John Stockton off my list, actually. I forgot I forgot
I
about
think
him.
it's pretty clear who
What's
has the best list, though.
wait, no, what's the argument for Kyrie over Luca though?
Oh, for me?
For both of you.
Oh, I just had to make space for Stockton.
Why Kyrie over Luca?
Yeah, because Luca has 5 All NBA first teams. He also has a scoring title. Like Kyrie
Also,
has a ring, but
Luca.
he's never been a number one option. Like he has been, but like not a good one.
I also had Luca at 15, by the way. But
Kyrie at 12. Admittedly,
No, you had Walt Frazier at 15.
no, I had him at 15, but then I had to push him down
Oh,
after I realized that I forgot to put Stockton in my list.
oh. Wait, he's actually crazy.
yeah, I'm admittedly a bit of I have a bit of recency bias and like reverse recency bias. So basically, like if someone's still playing and they're still in like presumably the first half of their career, I just don't
Mhm.
put them very high all time.
No, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
would also do that. I think if Luca's career was over, I might have him at like 12.
Wait, how come no one has Walt Frazier on their list?
Because Walt Frazier was not good.
Walt Frazier was good, bro.
But
He
he's not top 15 point guards of all time good.
No, he might
he
be top.
won 2 rings with the Knicks,
Yeah, and was not the best player on either of them. Willis Reed was better.
but it was the Knicks though. Like you win with the Knicks, it's kind of like that's
And
generation.
so was Earl Monroe. It was Earl Monroe was on those
He
teams,
was not
right?
better than Walt Frazier. Walt Frazier, man. I feel like winning with the Knicks is kind of like
Yeah, but
Why are you just randomly glazing the Knicks right now?
no. I'm not glazing the Knicks. I'm saying the Knicks are horrible. Like and the fact that you managed to win with them is like a generational achievement.
No, they had a really good team. Earl Monroe, Willis Reed, and Walt Frazier are all NBA first team selections.
Walt Frazier, man. Uh, I think his mustache looks pretty cool.
Okay, bro. Wait, you actually base too much of this off of looks.
yeah.
This is why exactly. This is why I hate like Clint Capella and Mo Cheeks, bro. Why do they look
No,
like that?
you didn't even know who Mo Cheeks was.
Yeah, but I hate him now.
Oh,
Why does he look like that, dude? Why is he so square? It's like Minecraft Steve, bro. What the fuck?
Okay, bro. All right, bro.
Kyrie Irving. Well, he's like an 8-time All-Star. I don't know. He's just been good for a while. But yeah, I see what you're saying. He's never been like the best player on his team, better than like the Celtics. Yeah.
Yeah, but like on the Celtics, was he really the best player?
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was
like
not.
Jason Tatum's better than him.
No, 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 no.
Until he got injured, he was the best player on the team.
They also have like Gordon Hayward.
No, Gordon Hayward played one game, and LeBron injured him.
LeBron.
LeBron.
I'm really glad that me leaving Bob Cousy off my list drag him down to a place where he should actually be.
Yeah, because that actually like turned out good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually so disrespectful to Bob Cousy.
I feel like it's glazing by putting him at 3, bro. That's crazy.
No, just like look at his accolades.
Why are the pictures of this guy playing so sad are all my minutes? What the fuck is he doing?
All right.
What?
Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a very controversial episode. I think might be the record for like our longest debate yet over Bob Cousy because
Yeah.
it just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
It's going
But
like
yeah, thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you next week.
We will see you next week
You
for our top 5 shooting guards of all time.
top
I
Or
ten.
not
will
top 5,
see
top
next week.
10.
Okay.